What would you do if you saw a completely ordinary-looking tree, but you wouldn't believe your eyes because it's actually something else and comes with its own strange creatures? Inside these trees, you'll find surprises. Now imagine, which one would you try, and which one would you never dare to touch? Meet the bush coconut, also called the bloodwood apple, a traditional delicacy from Australia that's part plant, part insect. Despite the name, it's not a true coconut. Instead, it's an insect gall, a woody growth that forms on bloodwood eucalyptus trees, mostly from the Corymbia genus, like Corymbia opaca and Corymbia terminalis. The gall is created when a female scale insect, called Cysticoccus palmiformis, triggers the tree to grow a protective chamber around her. Inside this gall is a soft, edible flesh with a mildly sweet, juicy flavor. You'll also find the female insect and her offspring nestled inside. All of it is edible. For thousands of years, indigenous Australians have harvested and eaten bush coconuts as part of their bush tucker tradition. Rich in nutrition and cultural meaning, they feature in dreaming stories, ceremonial knowledge, and artwork. And this isn't just about taste, it's about survival, ecology, and ancestral wisdom. Today you'll find bush coconuts growing across regions of Western Australia, the Northern Territory, and Queensland, still surprising everyone unfamiliar with this sweet, crunchy, and completely wild food from the trees of the outback. If you thought eating tree-grown insects was wild, wait until you hear about the tropical fruit that smells like a gym bag, but people love it. Known as the stinking toe, this tropical fruit comes from a tree called Hymenaea courbaril, also known as the West Indian locust or jatoba, native to Central and South America and the Caribbean. It gets its name from its large, toe-shaped brown pods and a strong odor released when cracked open, often compared to sweaty socks. But once you get past the smell, the reward is inside. The pod holds a dry, sweet, powdery pulp that's surprisingly tasty and packed with nutrients. It's rich in iron, calcium, potassium, magnesium, vitamin A, and vitamin C, along with dietary fiber and antioxidants. These contribute to digestion, immune support, and reduced inflammation. Traditional medicine has used parts of the jatoba tree, like the bark and leaves, to treat asthma, bronchitis, and infections. Culinarily, the fruit is eaten raw or added to drinks, baked goods, and even ice cream. In Jamaica, its sweet pulp, described as tasting like powdered sugar or dried milk, is a nostalgic favorite in local food and folklore. Despite its name and smell, the stinking toe remains a beloved and nutritious treat across the region. Still not shocked? Let's raise the stakes with a deep red tree resin that looks like it belongs in a wizard's potion kit. Next. This deep red resin oozes from the bark or fruit of certain trees when cut or injured. Species like Croton leclerc in the Amazon and Dracaena cinnabari from Socotra Island produce this vivid substance, long prized in traditional medicine, dyes, and incense across the world. In the Amazon rainforest, dragon's blood, known locally as sangre de grotto, is still consumed in tiny doses. The resin from Croton leclerc is traditionally used to treat ulcers, diarrhea, and wounds. Its medicinal appeal is linked to a high concentration of antioxidants, along with antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory compounds. That said, dragon's blood is not commonly eaten as food. It's used more like herbal medicine, and even then, only in specific cultures. Scientific studies suggest it may support healing, but comprehensive research on its long-term safety is still limited. Caution is key. Possible side effects include allergic reactions or digestive discomfort. And anyone taking medications, especially blood thinners, should avoid it without medical guidance. So while it may look like something out of a fantasy novel, dragon's blood is very real, and just one more reason nature is stranger than fiction. Want something less mythical but equally powerful? Next up is a seaweed that might just be the reason Okinawans live longer than almost anyone on Earth. Okinawa, Japan, is one of the world's 5 official blue zones, regions known for exceptionally long life expectancy. A key factor behind this is their diet, and one of the most unique foods they eat is Mozuku, a brown seaweed called Cladocephalon okamuranis. Grown in Okinawa's clean coastal waters, it accounts for over 90% of the global Mozuku supply as of 2025. Mozuku has a mildly sweet taste and is eaten in various ways, raw with vinegar, as tempura, stir-fried, or chilled. Its nutritional value is impressive. It's rich in fucoidan, a sulfated polysaccharide shown to support gut health by promoting beneficial bacteria and aiding digestion. Mozuku also contains significantly more dietary fiber, 25 to 75% more than many common vegetables. In traditional Japanese medicine, Mozuku is praised for its detoxifying and immune-supporting properties. Today, fucoidan extracted from Mozuku is used in skincare products like facial masks and serums for its anti-inflammatory and hydrating benefits. Before we continue, I have a special 10-second request for all of you listening. If you can help me in any way, just press the notification bell and hit that subscribe button. It means the world. It really supports this channel. And if you do that for me, I promise my team and I will do everything we can to make this show even better for you. Deal? Teredo navalis, also known as the shipworm, isn't a worm at all. It's a wood-boring mollusk that lives in submerged timber like tree trunks and boat hulls. Though its appearance is off-putting, locals in the Netherlands and some coastal areas consider it a delicacy. The shipworm is a protandrous hermaphrodite, starting life as male, then turning female. Males release sperm into the water, females draw it in to fertilize up to 1 million eggs. These eggs float, attach to wood and bore deep tunnels as they grow. They've spread globally by hiding in wooden ships for centuries. Their adaptability is extreme. They thrive in tropical, cold, salty, and brackish waters, including the North Sea, Mediterranean, and Baltic. But they're destructive. Marine studies show they can hollow out a pine beam in 16 weeks and destroy a 1-foot-thick log in just over 7 months. Despite this, shipworms are eaten in Southeast Asia and parts of South America. They're cleaned, marinated in lemon juice, seasoned with salt and chili, and quickly boiled for a chewy, salty treat. Think that's bizarre? Our next food is banned on trains for its smell, but worshipped for its taste. Durian, known as the king of fruits, is a Southeast Asian delicacy famous for its spiky shell, intense smell, and rich, custard-like flesh. Native to countries like Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, and Vietnam, it's both loved and banned, thanks to its powerful odor. Each fruit can reach up to 30 centimeters in length and weigh between 2 to 7 pounds. The scent, caused by sulfur compounds like ethanethiol, has been compared to rotten onions and gasoline. That's why durian is prohibited in many public places, including hotels and transport systems across Southeast Asia. But inside, it's a different story. The flesh, ranging from pale yellow to red depending on the variety, has a bold mix of sweet and savory flavors. Think almonds, caramel, and cream cheese. Nutritionally, durian is packed with benefits. 1 cup offers about 357 calories, 13 grams of fat, 66 grams of carbs, and nearly 4 grams of protein. It's also rich in fiber, vitamin C, potassium, and B vitamins. Durian is more than food, it's tradition. From sticky rice to ice cream, it's a staple at festivals and family meals across the region. Would you try durian despite its smell, or is the idea of a fruit banned from public transport just too much for you? Let us know where you stand, love it or leave it. Meet Moringa oleifera, also known as the miracle tree, a fast-growing, drought-resistant plant native to the Indian subcontinent. Every part of it is edible: leaves, pods, seeds, flowers, and even roots. For centuries, communities across Asia and Africa have relied on it for food and medicine. Moringa leaves are especially nutrient-dense. Gram for gram, they contain up to 7 times more vitamin C than oranges, 4 times more calcium than milk, and nearly 3 times more iron than spinach. They also provide all 9 essential amino acids, rare for a plant. Scientifically, moringa is backed by research for its antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and anti-diabetic properties, thanks to compounds like flavonoids and phenolic acids. It's used in traditional medicine to treat infections, support digestion, and boost immunity. Culinary uses vary. In South Asia, the pods, called drumsticks, are cooked in curries. In the Philippines, the leaves are added to tinola. The seeds are pressed for oil, used in cooking and cosmetics. Its resilience in poor soils makes Moringa a powerful crop in the fight against malnutrition and climate-related food insecurity worldwide. Known as Jukyeom, spelled Jukyeom, this rare salt has been used in Korea for over 1,000 years, not just as a seasoning but also in traditional medicine and skincare. It begins with high-quality sea salt, packed into hollow bamboo stalks, usually from the species Philostachys found in Korea's southern regions. These stalks are sealed with hwangto, a type of yellow clay sourced from the Korean countryside, known for its mineral richness. Next comes the firing stage. The bamboo tubes filled with salt are placed in kilns and baked at extreme temperatures. The initial burn may start around 400 degrees Celsius and can reach up to 1500 degrees Celsius. In traditional 9-time baked Jukyeom, this cycle is repeated up to 9 times. Each time, the bamboo and clay are broken and repacked to deepen the mineral fusion. As the salt melts and binds with bamboo and clay minerals, it changes color to a deep violet gray and becomes rich in potassium, iron, calcium, and other trace minerals. According to traditional Korean medicine, Jukyeom is believed to purify the blood, reduce inflammation, aid digestion, and support the immune system. Today it's still used in Korea not just as a luxury culinary salt but also in herbal teas, health remedies, and even in oral care products like toothpaste. Speaking of ancient methods, would you eat a bitter acorn that once fed entire civilizations during famine? Stay tuned. The acorns from the cork oak tree, or Quercus suber, are edible. But there's a catch: they're packed with tannins, bitter compounds that can be toxic in large amounts. To make them safe, traditional methods involve soaking the shelled acorns in water, sometimes for several days, and changing the water repeatedly to leach out the bitterness. Once treated, the acorns are dried and ground into a gluten-free flour. This flour has been used for centuries to make bread, cakes, and pastries, delivering a rich, nutty taste and a dense, satisfying texture. Nutritionally, cork oak acorn flour offers a strong energy boost. It's high in carbohydrates and healthy fats, and contains fiber, minerals, and vitamins. Its unsaturated fats, similar to those in olive oil, contribute to heart health and make it a smart alternative in gluten-free diets. Historically, acorns have been a survival food across the Mediterranean, especially during famines or economic hardship. Their communities relied on their versatility when other staples ran short. Today, cork oak acorn flour is making a comeback in artisanal and eco-conscious kitchens. As climate concerns grow, this ancient, sustainable ingredient is finding new life in modern recipes, proving that even a bitter tree nut can become a valuable source of nourishment. From survival food to edible autumn leaves, this next one turns fall foliage into a crispy delicacy. In Japan, when autumn arrives, the landscape transforms into a sea of fiery red and golden yellow. From city parks to quiet lakesides, maple leaves blanket the ground, and some of them end up on the dinner plate. This brings us to one of Japan's most unexpected seasonal snacks: deep-fried maple leaves, known as Momiji tempura. And no, this isn't just a quick dip in batter. The preparation takes nearly an entire year. It all begins in the city of Mano, located just north of Osaka, which is famous for its autumn foliage and traditional maple leaf treats. Only leaves that are large, unbroken, and perfectly shaped are hand-picked during peak season. But instead of going straight into the fryer, they're preserved in salt for about 12 months. This long curing process softens the leaves and helps develop their unique flavor. Once ready, each leaf is coated in a lightly sweetened flour batter and deep-fried in canola oil for around 20 minutes. The result? A crisp, golden snack that's subtly sweet, gently salty, and has a delicate crunch unlike anything else. It's not just a treat, it's a seasonal tradition that blends nature, patience, and culinary creativity in every bite. Ready for a sweet surprise? The next tree gave the world something you've probably chewed before, literally. Meet the sapodilla tree, scientifically known as Monilcara zapota, native to southern Mexico and Central America. It produces a milky white sap called chicle. For centuries, indigenous cultures like the Maya and Aztecs harvested it by carving zigzag cuts into the bark, collecting the sap as it dripped out. Once boiled and thickened, the chicle was shaped into chewable chunks, valued for its subtle flavor and breath-freshening properties. Fast forward to the 19th century, when chicle caught the attention of former Mexican President Antonio López de Santa Anna. He introduced it to American inventor Thomas Adams, who hoped it could replace rubber. That plan failed, but Adams realized it made an excellent base for chewing gum. By the year 1871, he patented a gum-making machine and launched Adams' New York chewing gum, one of the first mass-produced gums in the United States. Chicle dominated the chewing gum industry until the mid-20th century, when cheaper synthetic alternatives took over. Still, its natural origin and global journey remain a fascinating blend of culture, botany, and business. And the sapodilla tree doesn't stop there. Its fruit, often called chico, is soft, sweet, and malty, with a taste often compared to brown sugar or ripe pear. It's eaten fresh or added to desserts and drinks across Latin America and Southeast Asia. Knowing that the original chewing gum came from tree sap once used by the Maya and Aztecs, would you rather chew that natural version today or stick with modern synthetic gum? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and follow the channel to discover more interesting things. Breadfruit, native to the Pacific Islands, has been a vital food source for over 3,000 years. Introduced to the Caribbean in the late 18th century by European sailors, it's now grown in more than 90 countries across Asia, the Pacific, Central America, the Caribbean, and Africa. Each tree can yield up to 200 fruits per season and keep producing for decades with minimal care. Its ability to thrive in tropical climates makes it ideal for food security and sustainable agriculture. When unripe, breadfruit's starchy texture suits savory dishes. It can be boiled, roasted, baked, or fried. As it ripens, it turns sweet and is eaten raw, used in desserts, or fermented into a paste that lasts for years. It's also dried and ground into gluten-free flour. Nutritionally, a 1-cup serving, around 220 grams, provides about 227 calories, over 2 grams of protein, and 60 grams of carbohydrates. It's rich in fiber, potassium, vitamin C, and B vitamins, and contains all 9 essential amino acids, making it a rare, complete plant-based protein. The Hala Fruit, native to the Pacific Islands. It grows on the Pandanus tectarius tree and stands out with its massive, spiky form, resembling a bright orange pine cone. What you're looking at are dozens of segments called keys, and inside each one is a chewy, fibrous pulp that's edible. The flavor is a tropical mix of mango, pineapple, sugarcane, and some say even ripe jackfruit. People chew the pulp to enjoy the juice, then spit out the fibers, kind of like sugar cane. Hala fruit is eaten fresh, boiled, or added to recipes like jams, sauces, and desserts. In some Pacific cultures, it's even fermented into traditional drinks. The seeds inside the keys can also be roasted and eaten as snacks. Nutritionally, it's rich in dietary fiber, vitamin A, vitamin C, iron, calcium, and potassium. These nutrients help boost immunity, support digestion, and provide antioxidants. But the hala tree isn't just about food. In Hawaii, its long leaves, called lahala, are used to weave mats, baskets, and hats. The tree itself symbolizes prosperity and resilience in local tradition. What's more, it grows in places where most plants can't, coastal zones with sandy or rocky soil. Its deep roots stabilize shorelines and prevent erosion, making the hala tree vital for both culture and coastline. The jungle jalebi, also known as Pithicelobium dulce. This tree produces long, twisted pods that curl like the Indian dessert jalebi, which is exactly where it gets its name. Inside each pod is a soft pulp, ranging from white to pink, that tastes both sweet and tangy. Wrapped around glossy black seeds, this fruit is often eaten fresh, tossed into salads, or used in cooling drinks. But it's not just about flavor. The pulp has long been used in traditional medicine to support digestion, relieve diarrhea, and treat minor ailments. Even the leaves and bark have been part of herbal remedies across parts of South Asia and Central America. Nutritionally, it holds its own. Every 100 grams of jungle jalebi provides around 78 calories, about 3% protein, and over 18% carbohydrates. It's a great source of dietary fiber, plus key nutrients like vitamin C, calcium, phosphorus, and iron, making it a smart choice for boosting overall wellness. And finally, a fruit that fuels festivals, flavors liqueurs, and holds more vitamin C than an orange ever could. The marula tree, native to southern Africa, produces a small yellow fruit with a juicy pulp that blends tangy citrus and sweet tropical flavors. Locals enjoy it fresh, but it's also used to make juices, jams, and even traditional African beers. Most famously, it's the key ingredient in Amarula cream liqueur, known worldwide for its smooth, sweet flavor. But marula isn't just about the fruit. Inside each one is a seed with a soft, nutty taste, eaten raw or roasted. These seeds are also cold-pressed to make marula oil, a rich source of monounsaturated fats and antioxidants. It's used as a cooking oil and in cosmetics thanks to its skin-hydrating properties. In African traditional medicine, marula bark, roots, and leaves are used to treat digestive issues, infections, and inflammation. The fruit is especially high in vitamin C, containing up to 8 times more than an orange, helping boost immune health. Marula also carries deep cultural meaning. In Namibia, communities gather for the Oshituthi Shomagongo festival, where marula drinks are shared through days of song, dance, and celebration. And let's not forget its resilience. Marula trees are drought-resistant and thrive in hot, dry regions, making them a key part of sustainable agriculture. They offer food, income, and ecological value, supporting rural economies while standing strong against climate stress. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen right now. I hope you'll love this content. Comment below about the next topic you'd like to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.